Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Wednesday lunch live sketch. My name is Frank Summers. Today's topic is a red dragon. For some reason, I guess I'm still playing some Breath of the Wild, and I've just got kind of a fantasy thing on my mind. So I'm gonna go with sketching out a red dragon. So let's hop into Photoshop here, and let's just start cutting away. If you're new to the Wednesday Lunch Live Sketch, we pick a topic every week and we do it for 25 minutes. We try to get as far as we can with it. And with that said, I'm going to start my timer. Start. And away we go. Excuse me. So I already have a bit of an idea of what I'd like. So let's just get some gestural type stuff in there. You know, something like a very classic S shape. Here's a torso. Let's just get this gesture in here. Let's get the idea of where the feet will go, the legs. Maybe. I'm not sure what I want to do with these hands here. Let's just play with it. Here's an idea of a shoulder. Yeah, all right, and now the head. Let's try and keep more boxy, tapering at the nose a little bit, rounded on the back. Maybe a bit of a thicker neck. So let's maybe build this out a little bit more. And then, of course, we need to have the wings. So something like that. Boxier type jaw. Here's the idea of a mouth shape. Actually, let's skew it slightly higher into the head. A bit more jaw, and an eye socket around here somewhere. Filled out some brows. Excuse me, and then some horns kind of playing off of the top of his head somewhere. Something like this. Now I don't like it how it runs into the wing back here, so let's just try that again. Where do we want these horns to kind of come off of the cranium? I think I want them thinner. Maybe a little bit of a bend to them. And we can give this snout a bit of shape. Okay, let's do our thing where we step back, look. I want his head maybe not his head so much. Maybe the trunk could be a little larger. So we can enlarge back here and maybe even bring the tail up a bit more. And so again, this stage is rough. We're throwing out ideas and seeing what sticks, what works. Maybe a curve like that. Maybe you can have like spikes kind of coming off. And let's work on the bulk of these legs here. And that's the idea of where his feet will be. Let's get this side over here and build this out as well. Maybe build his chest out a bit more. Is my stream working? Let me make sure. Yeah, it says it is. My YouTube analytics are saying no. Let's quickly take a look. Live streaming. Pillowhead showed up. Okay, good. So at least my Twitch stream is working. It says I'm live, but YouTube's acting a little strange right now. So I'm not quite sure why that's doing. How you doing, Pillowhead, in Twitch? Just doing some sketching today. So let's build the chest out a little bit and find that belly. And I have a message coming in. Oh, my brother is saying he sees me on YouTube. I guess there's just something. YouTube's been a little weird lately. Normally I have my screen up and it says like I have my analytics of the stream, but it's not showing. So, all right. Thanks, Pillowhead. Good. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Let me check my time here so I can judge what I'm doing. So I got 19 minutes left. That's good. So let's just keep working on the bulk here of these legs and thinking about how we want to splay these toes, something like this. And this leg can probably come down just a bit more. And again, because we're working very rough, it's okay to make these changes. Maybe make these fingers a little longer. Make these arms a little stubbier. They're these rending claws. Okay. Let's zoom in a little bit on the head and let's see if we can work this shape a bit. Let's build some of this out a bit more. So let's get a look at this eye socket here. I'm going to thin my brush out in a hot second, but I wanted to make sure that I'm working loose. One of my issues lately has been very tight. My line has been very tight. I'm trying to combat that by working with a thicker brush. So I'm not sure. 2 questions. First, I'm okay. Thank you, Pillar. I'm fine. Thank you. The second question. Oh, no. This little color wheel is, now I may be pronouncing this incorrectly, but it's Coolorus. Coolorus. It's a plugin. I think it was $15. Definitely, it was $15 well spent. So no, it's not an upgrade. 15 beans. Coolorus. Coolorus. This is version 2. I'll leave that there. See. Leave that there for a hot second. So let's play with this silhouette a little bit. Here's a knuckle right here. And by a knuckle, I mean a joint, really. And we can imagine that the wing is kind of folded up. Not down so far. I want a little bit of silhouette in here. All right, so I think I feel pretty good. Let's flip it. See what sticks out to me. You know, maybe his wing is a bit big. You know, maybe it's coming a bit high. Let's try. Bring it down a little bit. Maybe we can get this kind of thing going on, where it's kind of folding a little bit. You know what I mean? So that type of thing. And maybe just build this shoulder out back here, actually. And we can take this arm and maybe even scoot it a little bit more like this. And here's our chest, and we'll build some scales and plates and things in there. And let's build this part out. Yeah, let's make sure this shoulder joint is really kind of built out. Let's take this hand and push the hand a little bit more as I go to the leg. I'm talking about the hand. Excuse me. I mean, maybe the hand could be a little more. Be something like this. Maybe it's just kind of coming out here. Check my time. So we got 14 minutes. Yeah, or I could take the arm and bust it out a little bit more like this. And see how that sits with me. That silhouette works pretty well. And there's our center line. So let's go in here, and I think I have maybe the head built a little too high for my liking. So let's pull it back. A little bit tapering. A bit more like that. Save. Whoops, I think I just sampled some color. Okay. All right, let's give it a flip back again. 13 minutes. So why don't we build another layer up? Pull our thumbs back and we'll call this rough. This will actually be our rough layer. And let's see if we can start refining some of this. Go a little darker maybe. Pull our pencil back a bit. And let's start thinking about these shapes a bit better. Kind of make them pointy, I guess. Some of it can break the line a little bit there. Something along those lines like that. Just to help generate some interest. Okay. save. Trying to give him knobby forearms there. Oh, he's so buff. Let's play with the portions here on the hands. I'll jump down to my thumb layer really quickly and try maybe flesh this out a little cleaner. All right, let's jump back up to my roughs. Pillowhead, you've seen a lot of people drawing dragons? Really? And here I thought I was original. Yeah, I need to get down to my thumbs and my thumb layer, and let's build this hand out a bit better. Check my time. Got 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes. I'd like to add a little bit of color too, so. Something along those lines. Oh, he's so buff. So I want to see the best 5-second animation ever? Sure, not right now. Right now I'm a little... I am occupied. It's too thick. Okay, something like that. Sure, I'll have to click that later, okay? Thanks, Billhead. I'll check it out. Right now I'm racing against the clock. It's a race. Fix that a little bit. Okay, now here's the decision here. I can probably take this leg and make it come higher than what I have it in the thumb to avoid any tangents in there in the hand. And there's going to be some overlap in here, a little stronger than here. Making these a bit uneven so that it's not boring looking. We can maybe imagine the other wing is somewhere behind his body. So let's turn off the roughs here for a second and see what we're dealing with here. So the tail and the tush. Somewhere in that area. I've got 2 minutes here, so I'm probably going to go over just a little bit. So we can also just take some color, and let's throw a little bit of color on there. I've been sticking with my gouache, and also let's just change our slate here. It's a little more earthy. It could be a little darker. No, something like that. With that for now. That's just a slate. So let's pick a nice red. Something that isn't too saturated and that looks decent on this earthy tone I have now. Try that. Might be a bit orange. That's working a bit better. Oh, we got 1 minute left. So let's just start blocking in some color. I think I'm going to go over about 10 minutes maybe doing color. I'm not going to get super detailed with it. More or less one color. Yeah. All right, we're going to go over about 5 minutes. I'm going to block in this color. mean, I certainly played my fair share of D&D back in the day. But I think, like I said before, it was not cool then. It's kind of considered cool now. I think Stranger Things has made it kind of cool, but it was not cool then. I can tell you that. I'll tell you that for a fact. He's looking a little orange. I might want to see what I can do about the color on this. It's not quite red. This is probably more red. So once I get them colored in, I can alter this pretty quickly. It's probably also not helping the fact that this color, well, it's brown, and maybe the brown is it's pulling out the orange, the yellow tones in it. Color is certainly not my strong suit. I'm working loosely, but I don't want to be sloppy. Okay, now that we have been masked in, I'm not happy with the color here. I mean, he's certainly red. I think it's just this. I mean, it might also be the brush. It's a normal. I mean, when you turn the slate off, it becomes more red. Well, let's see. One or two saturation here. Maybe just get our reds. It's a bit better. Let's go with that. Now for his. That. Well, Pillowhead, I'm definitely doing a time limit thing. The Wednesday lunch live sketches are generally supposed to be done in 25 minutes, but I'm going to go a little over on this. I'm going to throw some more color in here, but I won't go much further past this, I don't think. Even after the stream is over, like if I pick away at it over the course of the week or so. And right now, I'm just massing color in. There's no value in here. I'm literally just throwing color down on a layer. So, actually, let's use this. This eye nice and yellow. The inside of this mouth. Okay. And now let's just, let me see what time it is, 30, or I can do for like another few more minutes. Let's just see what we can pull out of our hat here. Let me give a hint of some scales. Okay. Okay, we're getting in there. One of the things I like about the gouache brush is that it's so forgiving. I mean, I feel like you can just paint over areas, and it just really nicely. I don't know. I'm not much of a painter, so I'm lacking the ability to describe it, but it just paints. I really like how it paints. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. I think here. Let's just do a little bit more. Oop. Not bad either. Kind of where my trying to do a little bit more about value and working tones on my strong suit. And as a last thing, what I think I'll do is I'm going to do a cheat. I'll do my tone layer, and we'll set this to multiply. And I'm going to put a little patch of color right here. Multiply, maybe 50%. Sounds good. And we'll make that into a clipping mask. Let's see how that works. Maybe pull it down a little bit more. 35 maybe. And let's just get some tones in there. Poor man's shadows. Of course, if you knew what you were doing with it, it would be awesome. But again, I'm not much of a painter. Like that. And we're just about finished with this, I think. I think that's going to do it. Let's do one more thing. I found a new brush I like to play with. What was it called? Massive Random. Let's try this. I think my machine is slowly. Some Massive Random behind him. Oh boy, I think it's Massive Random is kind of killing my machine. Let's just kind of slowly build it up a little bit. And let's zonk these color patches. They're annoying me. Back to the Massive Random. Yeah, this is my new favorite brush. There we go. I put a little bit of, if I cool it, that doesn't cool very well. All right, well that is that, I think. That's going to do it for today's Wednesday Lunch Live Sketch. I thank you very much for joining me here, folks. I'm going to post the final up on my blogger. You'll see the link in the description below. Right now in front of you, I don't know what I just did, but I'm pretty sure you're looking at the, yeah, good. Please click that subscribe button below in order to keep up with me, and please follow along for the Wednesday Lunch Live Sketch moving forward. And thank you very much. You guys all have a great week, and take care.